The majority of people who are convicted of sexual offenses aren't locked up in prisons. The majority of those people are sentenced to the communities that they came from and the communities that we all share and live in. We're not talking about strangers from out of town. We're talking about a large number of individuals from our own communities who have hurt people in a way that causes lasting damage and hurt. We knew that the majority of those individuals were targeting underage people, a population that was largely offending against people that they knew, who trusted them, often people who were family members.
If we just lock them in a cell, then it doesn't really solve the problem. Eventually they will get out. Most people are just sentenced to community sentencing anyway.
If you don't help out the offenders, you're going to re-offend, and you're going to have more victims.
When the literature first started to show that addressing denial of offending and addressing victim empathy weren't really robust ways to change the likelihood of reoffending in the future, I think that was a surprise to all of us.
Because of the work that we do with people who have been sexually victimized, that you tend to keep your focus there and not think so much about offenders beyond our people being held accountable for the crimes they commit and for the harm that they cause.
That hurt needs to be dealt with, but we also need to deal with the potential for harm to occur again in the future towards someone else.
They've already gone through the process of being charged and convicted and sentenced, but now moving forward, we're trying to create a healthier lifestyle for them.
It forced me to learn what was healthy and what wasn't healthy, and come up with a plan to say, okay, that's unhealthy, don't do that, and this is an alternative to make it healthy.
It really was a big change for us to move away from the things that we intuitively felt were right and moving more towards what does the research say actually makes a difference. Not what you like to do or what you know how to do, but what makes a difference.
This program has, I think, been helpful in terms of getting people to think about it beyond maybe the very narrow ways, if people think about it at all.
As therapists, we're charged with not downplaying the seriousness of what has occurred, at the same time as we recognize the humanity and the healthy parts of a person who is before us.
My behaviors have changed. Learning that, okay, here's a set of behaviors that I did before that aren't healthy. I need to change these and come up with a plan to change them.
We can't continue devoting a lot of time and resource to an area that doesn't show a direct relationship to making the community safer.
I'm sad about the event, but I'm glad I actually got to attend this.
In the long run, it is minimizing further harm.
Treatment does show good success. And that success, those are numbers, those are changes in numbers, but those are people that won't be impacted by sexual violence or sexual abuse in the future. And everyone working at this program takes that quite seriously.